Okay, perfect. So, good morning. This is going to be a slow flow class. So we can, where we'll start. We can start on our backs in whatever way or shape is comfortable for you this morning. I'm going to find my way into a recline down angle, and I'm thinking I'm going to use a bolster. Is there anything, any areas in particular that need attention for you?
A good neck stretch would be ideal.
Okay,
That's it. Yeah,
we'll get that in there.
thank you.
All right. So we'll just make our way onto our backs and allow ourselves to land on our mats.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Okay. And let's just settle for a moment. And breathe. Just take a few moments. No particular breathing pattern here. Just inhale and exhale. And just land and release. Just notice any sensations in your body. Notice how it feels when you inhale and fill up your lungs. When you exhale and empty your lungs out. And just begin to scan your body. And if you come across any points of tension, send your breath there and breathe. And as we settle, thoughts may come. And if they do, simply allow them to come and go. And just allow yourself to be here on your mat in this moment.
When you looked in the water and saw your reflection, the embers, they drew out a map and they showed you direction. Your sender is far in the east where your heart is at peace when you enter. My love is just a reminder, find your center. My love is just a reminder, find your center.
Release any tension.
My love is just a reminder.
In your shoulders.
My love is just a reminder, find your center.
Your jaw. Between your eyebrows.
Well, help her recall that first morning, sunlight at dawn, and cracks on the floor, well, it served as a warning. Everything's changing, all rearranging, so familiar, so amazing. Hopped in the car, drove through the mountains, cows in the street, prayer beads you were counting. There was the river, eternal giver, flowing forever, your center. My
Just
love
settle
is
this
just a
morning.
reminder, find your center. My love is just a reminder. My love is just a reminder, find your center. My love is just a reminder.
Maybe you deepen your inhale and lengthen your exhale.
When you've lost your way, colors start to fade. Take a look within, find your offering. Hold it to the sun, let your spirit run.
And breathe.
Remember, find your center. My love is just a reminder, find your center. My love is just a reminder. My love is just a reminder, find your center.
So on
My
your next
love is just a
inhale,
reminder.
we're going to draw our knees in
My love is just a reminder.
for a full wind relieving pose.
My love is just a reminder.
Give yourself a nice tight hug.
My love is just a reminder, find your center. My love is just a reminder.
Maybe you rock side to side to massage your lower back. Maybe you make some knee circles in one direction. Continue to breathe. Maybe you pause at the top, go in the opposite direction. Being gentle with your body this morning and hearing what it needs. Squeezing tight. Maybe you point and flex your feet. Do some ankle circles. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And we'll slowly lower the soles of your feet down onto your mat. You want your feet hips width distance apart for this spinal twist that we're going to take. And slowly drop your knees over to the left. You don't want them stacked. You want space in between your knees. Arms out into a T. And if you want the neck stretch, you can take your gaze over to the left. And maybe you take your left hand and just massage your neck and your shoulder a little before you settle in. And breathe. And allow your body to settle.
Shine a light into this space. So that I can see your face.
If it's in your practice, you can take your left ankle and anchor it on the right knee, and that will deepen the stretch in that right hip. And breathe. Take a few more breaths here.
Maybe open up these gates.
So the next inhale, if you anchored the left ankle, release the bind, engage your core, and slowly draw your legs back up through center. Reset your hips if you need to, and we'll head over to the other side. Slowly drop your legs to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Maybe massage out the right side of that neck and shoulder before you settle in. And breathe. And settle.
Shine a light into this place.
Few more breaths here. So your next inhale, engage your core. Slowly bring your knees back up through center. Reset your shoulders in your head. And we'll squeeze in for wind relieving. And then we will rock up when you're ready. And we'll come through to all fours. So we'll come to tabletop for a few rounds of cat and cow. And make sure our joints are stacked. And we inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Gaze towards your belly button. Really press through your shoulder blades. Inhale for cow. Press through your heart. Exhale for cat. And maybe you do some hip circles. Anything organic that feels good here. And continue with your rounds of cat and cow. And breathe. Maybe you take some head circles. We'll take 3 more rounds here at your own pace. Maybe you come up on your fingertips for cat and really feel that stretch through your back. And once you've completed your 3 rounds, find stillness. And we're going to press back into child's pose. So knees out the width of your mat. Big toes together. You really want to press your hips back. And then you can reach your arms forward and rest your head on your mat. And breathe. Be cautious, all branches ain't apple. And look towards the sun for your solace and shine. And breathe. So your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back. Bring your knees in. We'll come up. We're going to take a toe stretch to prepare for our down dog. So we come up on all fours and tuck your toes. You want to make sure even your little baby toe is tucked in, nice and tight. If your feet are tight, you can rock back and forth before you come up, right? That helps me loosen up a little bit, just the movement. And when you're ready, you can walk your hands back and come upright. And that's going to deepen your toe stretch. And breathe. Maybe you do some head circles gently. I'm lifting you up and loving you down. I know you're ready for me. We say we ready for love. They say they ready for us. Go in the opposite direction. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you're ready. Whenever you come, I'll be on time. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you're ready. 11:11. 11:11. Maybe you shrug your shoulders a little. Whatever you need, whenever you're ready. Whenever you come, I'll be on time. 11:11. Stay in your stretch. Whatever you need, whenever you're ready. 11:11. 11:11. We should all seek to be as free as the wind blows. In love with And slowly we'll come up out of this, walk your hands forward, tap your toes down. And when you're ready, we're gonna press up into downward facing dog. You can have your feet about hip width distance apart. Really ground your hands down. Pedal your feet. Let this first down dog be nice and gentle. Maybe you take some head circles, move your hips. And on your next inhale, you'll step up to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. You want to let the top of your head reach toward the mat. Maybe you grab your elbows and sway side to side. You have a soft bend in the back of your knees. And breathe. And on your next inhale, we'll come up to halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Tall mountain. Really roll your shoulders back down. Your back, ground down through your feet. Feel the power in your hands. And then we'll inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down on the mat, and we'll step back into high plank. Engage your core. Feel your strength. Take a breath here. Exhale down to low plank. We'll press through to cobra. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. High to low plank. And press through to cobra. Or if upward facing dog is in your practice, you can press all the way up. And breathe. Feel that back bend. Release any tension in your shoulders. Lower down. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And step back high to low plank. Through the cobra. And press back to downward facing dog. And we're gonna hold in this down dog for a few breaths. Maybe pedal your dog. And we're gonna go into 3-point on the right side. Bring your right foot in the middle of your mat. Press your left foot up for 3-point. Feel that stretch. If it's in your practice, you can bend that left leg and open up the hip flexor. And breathe. Your next inhale, you'll bring the left foot down. Then we'll take the right foot up for 3-point. Press back. Feel that extension. And breathe. If it's in your practice, you can bend that top leg, open up a little bit. And exhale and bring that right foot down. And we'll pedal our dog a little. And we're gonna head into warrior one on the right side. So you can take your right foot and bring it up behind your right wrist. You can use your hand to pull it forward if you need to. Drop that back heel, back foot, ground down, and press up into warrior one. And breathe. In warrior one, your hips are squared forward. Your back foot is on an angle. Your front foot is toward the front of the mat. Arms up and breathe. So your next inhale will open out into warrior two. So you open out, back foot is parallel with the mat. Front foot is forward. Hips are squared sideways. Gaze forward and breathe. On your next inhale, we'll drop the back arm down. Bring the front arm over for peaceful warrior. Feel that arch, that stretch up your front side body, and breathe. Beautiful. So your next inhale, we'll come back up to warrior two, and then we'll cartwheel down, step back into high plank. Come down into low plank. Press through to cobra. And breathe. Your next inhale, we'll press back to downward facing dog. Step up to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Put our hands on the mat and we'll step back into downward facing dog. Just for that transition. And we're gonna head into warrior one on the left side. If you need to wiggle out your hips a little bit, I did. And then when you're ready, take your left foot and step it up behind your left wrist. Draw it up with your hand if you need to. Drop that back foot, Ground down and rise up to warrior one on the left side. And breathe. Engage your core. You want to feel nice and zipped up. Hips are squared straight. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll open out into warrior two. Back foot is parallel with the mat. Lean into that front knee. Gaze forward and breathe. Hips are squared toward the side. Release your shoulders if there's any tension. And then your next inhale, you'll drop the back arm down. Bring the front arm overhead for peaceful warrior. And breathe. And your next inhale, we'll come back up to warrior two. And we'll cartwheel down, step back, come into high plank. And then we will lower all the way down into crocodile. Stack your hands at the top of your mat, rest your head. Maybe you rock your hips back and forth to help release. And breathe. So on your next inhale, you'll tuck your toes. You're going to press back into downward facing dog. You can come through your knees and press up to down dog. Pedal your dog. And then we're going to step to the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. And maybe with this forward fold, you take your peace sign fingers and grab your two big toes and draw your body in. Feel that stretch up the back of your legs, through your glutes, into your lower back, up your side body, and breathe. Maybe you shake your head side to side, yes or no. So release your toes. And on your next inhale, we'll rise up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. And we'll bring our hands through heart center and breathe. So on your next inhale, we're going to head into chair pose. Put your feet hips width distance apart. And then you press your hips back into a seated position. And when you're ready, bring your arms in front, ears in line with arms. Engage your core. and breathe. Notice if there's any tension in your shoulders. Send your breath there. Just a few more breaths here. Two more. One more. And inhale. And slowly bend forward, straighten your legs. Then we'll roll up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Very gently, very slowly. Let your head be the last thing that comes up. Once you're at the top, maybe just some shoulder shrugs. Then we're gonna head into tree pose. So when you're ready, we'll go into tree pose on the left. So ground down into our right foot. Make sure all the toes and the ball of the foot is grounded into the mat. And then decide where you'd like to have your tree. Ankle, calf. If you go above the calf, you want to go above the thigh and not rest on the joint. And once you decide, you can then decide what you do with your hands and breathe. Engage your core. Notice if there's any tension in your shoulders. And breathe. So on your next inhale, we'll release the left leg down. Release our hands gently. And maybe you just pedal out a little bit. And when you're ready, we'll head to the right side. Ground down. And breathe. Breathe. On your next inhale, we'll release the right leg. Gently. And pedal it out. And then we are going to head into Malasana. So for me in Malasana, I rock down. It just helps my body get there. whatever works for you. You can use blocks. You can come down onto blocks. Just want to have your feet turned out. Really think about dropping your tailbone and settle in. You can use your elbows to press your knees out and breathe.
Asana.
Malasana squat. Some people will call it sumo squat because it looks like the sumo wrestlers.
Yeah, yeah.
But Malasana.
Yeah, I never knew the name for it.
Oh, yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I'm always like, let's go into Malasana. And I get here like, why am I in Malasana?
That's it.
Right. It's good. It's good.
Concentration than you think going into it.
Right. All right. We'll take a few more breaths here. So on the next inhale, you can place your hands down on the mat, pivot your feet, and slowly straighten up into a wide-legged straddle. And let's actually just hold in this straddle for a few breaths. You can keep your hands in front of you. Maybe if you want to walk your hands back through your legs. Drop your head towards your mat. If that's in your practice, engage your core and breathe. Maybe you take some head circles here. Maybe you press side to side if that feels good. Press into your hips. You'll feel it in your hamstrings if you go side to side. And on your next inhale, we'll slowly begin to roll up. You can place your hands at your lower back to sort of anchor, engage your core, and roll up nice and slowly and gently, vertebrae by vertebrae. You want your head to be the very last thing to come up. Breathe. Yes. And then once you get here, we'll step up to the top of our mats. We're gonna make our way down. So we'll just inhale, rise up, Tadasana. We'll exhale, forward fold. Hands down on the mat. We'll step back, high to low plank. Press through to cobra. And then we'll press back to child's pose, but we'll take this child's pose legs closed. So press back, legs together. And then you can bring your arms down by your side and rest your forehead on your mat. And breathe. It's just a counter to close us in from all of the openness we have been doing. And breathe. So on your next inhale, you take your hand and slowly press up, nice and gently. Oh yeah, vertebrae by vertebrae. Then we will make our way into an easy seat. Crisscross applesauce. If that's comfortable, we're gonna do some shoulder and neck stretches. So your legs, you can have them however's comfortable. So let's do a neck stretch. We will drop our right ear to our right shoulder. You can tent the left arm out. And then you take that right arm and just rest it on the left ear. Right. But don't pull or tug your neck. Just let the weight of your hand resting be the stretch. And then we'll just let our breath and time take us deeper. So we'll breathe. And if it's really tight, you can always take your left hand and massage and give your body what you need. Massage into that shoulder, up the neck, whatever feels good. And breathe. A few more breaths here. Two more. And one more. On your next inhale, you'll release the right arm and bring your head up slowly and gently. Maybe you take a neck roll, neck stretch. And when you're ready, we'll go to the left side. So we'll slowly drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And then take your left hand and rest it on the right ear. And gently and carefully. And breathe. And breathe. Breathe into any tension you might feel. Send your energy there. And feel it, see it, releasing from your body. So your next inhale, you'll release the left arm and slowly bring your head upright. Maybe you do head circles, maybe some shoulder shrugs to the back, and then forward. And then we're gonna do eagle arms. So eagle arms, we'll take our arms out wide, and you'll cross your left arm under your right arm. And then fold at the elbow. And think, bringing your elbows in line with your shoulders. And if this is enough of a stretch, you can stay here. If you want to complete the bind, you would just turn the left arm and grab the right wrist. Yep, perfect, yep. And breathe. Engage your core and really think keeping the elbows in line with shoulders. That makes all the difference in this stretch. We'll take a few more breaths here. 2 more. One more. And release your bind and slowly unwind. Whew. And take your arms back out. And maybe you press back if that feels good, sort of like a little pat, pat back. And when you're ready, we'll go to the other side. So we did left arm under, so you'll do right arm under. And then bend at the elbow. And then wrap that right arm and grab that left wrist.
Yeah, I feel that.
And remember, each side is different. That's usually my disclaimer, like. And just breathe into wherever you're feeling it. And send energy there. I got ahead of myself and did not set an intention for class, but what I will say for the last few moments while we're together, we are in a very busy time energetically, the change of seasons. We have a full moon this week, and it's really all about release. The trees are releasing the leaves and releasing what no longer serves us, releasing what is taking up space in our bodies, in our mind, in our physical environment, and releasing that clutter to allow what is trying to make its way to us, to allow space. So I offer that for these last few poses, anything that you can release and leave it on your mat, I offer you that opportunity. So your next inhale, release your bind, and slowly unwind. Maybe take a good deep breath in the chest. Press back. And then we're going to make our way down to our backs. So we'll just turn long way on our mats. Flex your feet. Reach for your feet. Engage your core. And roll down. Okay. So here we're going to go into Happy Baby. So we'll draw the knees back, feet up toward the ceiling. You can either grab behind your knees for Happy Baby or reach up and grab the outer blades of your feet. Rock if you need to. And then just settle in. Ground your tailbone down. Draw your knees down. Release any tension in your shoulders. And breathe. So maybe you rock your baby side to side. And only if that feels good on your lower back. Maybe you extend one leg at a time, side to side. And breathe. And breathe. Maybe you come back to center and ground down for a few more breaths. And on your next inhale, you draw your feet together, bring your knees in, slowly drop the soles of your feet to your mat, and we're gonna go into waterfall. If you have a block, you can take it supported. If not, that's fine. You can just take it legs up to the ceiling. So if you have a block, you press your hips up, rest your lower back on the block, and then we'll just take our feet up into the ceiling for this inversion. Maybe you point and flex your feet. Maybe you make some ankle circles. And then rest your arms down by your side and settle into this inversion and breathe. So on your next inhale, you'll bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet down to your mat. Okay, I'll remove my block, remove your blocks. And when you're ready, take any last minute movements before we set up for Shavasana. So maybe that's some passes, a windshield wiper. Maybe you squeeze in for another full wind relieving pose. Whatever would feel good. Maybe you take a full body stretch. And when you're ready, just take up space on your mat and prepare for Shavasana. And find rest.
this truth I live. I am love. I am light. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. I am love. I am light. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. In this truth I live.
Slowly begin to bring your awareness back into the space. You can wiggle your fingers or your toes, flutter your eyelids. And when you're ready, slowly roll over onto your favorite side. You can use your arms as a rest. Curl your knees up nice and tight. We end our practice in Shavasana, which is corpse pose, a pose of surrender, a pose of release. And then we come here to fetal posture, which represents new beginnings, new birth, new opportunities. And these two poses together are just a reminder that for every ending, there is a new beginning. When you're ready, you can press yourself up to a seated position, facing your computer. And if it's in your practice, you can bring your hands to heart center. I appreciate you taking time for yourself this Sunday morning and then welcoming me in to join your practice and guide you through this practice. I do not take it lightly, and I am eternally grateful. You can bring your hands to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye center. The light in me sees, honors, loves, and respects the beautiful light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just had a arm day before I got to the mat, so
Oh.
that was everything.
Oh.
Like, I was like, that hit the spot. I didn't know how I was gonna stretch it out, but that did it.
Well, if you feel up to, for me, that's one of those stretches, that and pigeon, that I'm like, I need 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, not yet. Don't, because I feel like it'll just start really releasing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Question: are you in Greensboro?
I'm in Charlotte.
You're in Charlotte. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in Greensboro. I missed you and Sation, I think. I think she's in Greensboro at the Culture Arts Center. I
Oh,
was like, I
yes.
was so mad at myself. All the weekend off. I thought it was the next week.
Oh, yes. And Andy is up there too. Have you met Andy?
No.
Andrea Cole. She's in Greensboro. I think she grew up in Greensboro. She may have been in Charlotte for a while. So I think she just moved back like earlier this year.
Okay.
I will.
If I look up Andrea Cole, will I find it on my Instagram?
She just changed her name to Cole Flows.
Okay.
She's like in a black something. I don't know if it's a black dress or black something, but I'll also forward you her profile. So her and Sation are in Greensboro.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
and I see you and all the work that you're doing. I saw it when you posted about voting, and I was like, yes, I respect everything that you said, because it's a personal decision
Yes.
and you do it how you want, when you want, and just,
Yes.
you know, that ability to say, I actually have the privilege that these jokers don't impact me
Yes.
in that way that much, but there are others. So yes, I follow you, and you are an inspiration to me. I know we've never met, but I tell Keisha and Candace all the time, like, I don't think y'all understand the magnitude of the community that you have created.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah. One that a lot of, and I feel like women, we don't get that. We don't get that. It's a built-in like sisterhood kind of is understanding of this journey that we're on. So yeah,
Right. Absolutely.
but seriously and wholeheartedly right back at you. Honestly, yes, truly,
I
yes.
appreciate it. All right. Well, enjoy your Sunday.
Thank you. You
All
too.
right. Bye-bye.
All right, peace.